There are so many different angles that you can see things. And that is why when we have one another to assist us in being able to understand and put things into perspective, you have a wider bandwidth, you're able to understand yourself on a deeper level. And that is great and all. Although there is a certain level of trust that must be established if it is to be of service to you genuinely. And when it comes to trust, this is a very personal experience. And depending on what your motivation is, depending on what you're actually looking for, what you're actually wanting. Oh my god, I'm scared. Depending on what you're actually wanting, you might seek out a certain type of trust, quality of trust from an individual or a group, a collective of a sort, as to receive that perspective, as to have that wider bandwidth. And this is where, again, understanding what your values are, understanding yourself, seeking yourself on those more subtle levels, on those more imperceivable levels, we'll say, can be very helpful. This is where you going into that space of stillness, you going into that space of self-inquiry is going to assist you a great deal so that you can actually take some time to listen to what it is that your heart actually desires. There's so many different representations of what is desirable on this earth, in this experience. And there are so many ways that you might be swayed to move in a particular direction. And in some instances, there are reasons why you're attracted to those things, right? And those are inherent to you, where you're at in your development as a soul and as a being. And then some of those are not necessarily in alignment with that. Some of those desires are stemming forth from a place of a certain level of like manipulation or coercion to, buy into something or to, make you stray away from your path. So to make that distinction is deeply a part of maintaining your state of wellness, your state of mental health. Being able to differentiate when you are actually attempting to make that distinction, attempting to bear witness to that differentiation, as to keep you from actually doing the hard work that it takes to remain in alignment with what your path is, with what your soul is asking you to do. And, long term, this is not worth it. Long term, you're going to absolutely want to put that hard work in. When it comes to hard work, when it comes to doing those things that require effort, that require time, that require care and consideration, and those things that you might find more challenging to do, you can approach these things, you can approach those tasks that you must carry out, whether it be rising to an occasion, whether it be showing up as your best, producing quality work, having that upright stance in all that you do. A shift in perspective can make all the difference. So if you go into something thinking like, oh, I really don't want to do this, or, this is mad annoying, or, whatever, that energy of complaining, you're energetically not going to feel up to par, because you're attuning and associating that action with negativity, with a negative feeling state. And we do not want to associate negative feeling states to the necessary and hard work that is in direct alignment with our purpose, with our soul's purpose. And to refine this skill, to understand that stillness, when you're in that state of self-inquiry, that is where you can really see these micro expressions of distaste, of haste, of discord towards that path, towards that alignment actually being manifested through the way that you're behaving mentally. So back to trust and, establishing this foundation so that you are certain that you are attuning to the energy that will serve you most at this current point in time. Right? Like if you start poking your head in places where you don't belong, or where you don't feel like you're going to grow optimally for whatever reason, then you're doing yourself a disservice, and you're doing other beings a disservice as well. You're also doing a disservice when you are keeping yourself from entering spaces where that growth may happen in a harmonious way. Right? So, there's also that distinction to be made. But aside from that, establishing trust, understanding what your motivations are. Once you get into that space where you can actually start questioning these things, and you're watching this, right? So take some time to yourself and question yourself. See where your head is at. See where your heart is at. Within your own space, in that space where you feel safe. Devoid of, my opinion or anybody's opinion. Just go into your own energy. Remove everybody from the equation. There is nobody else involved except for you. So you're safe to just inquire and just be in your own energy. Like, you don't have to worry about anything. And within this space, see where your head is at. See where your head is at. assess yourself. And as you do, take notice to what is pulling at you that, is not necessarily stemming from your own heart center, and see what is actually you, yourself, your soul, your energy pulling at you to align and to receive the perspective that you need so that you're able to continue to move forward and to grow and to flourish and to share and to disseminate the energy that you have within yourself that you wish to share. These small things, these little things will build over time. So even if you're sitting in a position where you feel powerless or you feel like you don't make a difference, you do. You don't need to do anything extravagant to make a difference. As a matter of fact, your own breath, it will suffice. The quality of the way in which you're breathing and thinking simultaneously will suffice. As it is being filtered by the intelligence that is you yourself. But if we're being motivated by something that is not of our own essence, of our own being, then we've already missed the mark. We've already been perhaps misled. And it is essential that you are being guided by the right people. You are being guided in the direction that you truly wish to go, that you don't end up in a space or a place that does not at all resonate or reflect what you truly wish to experience on this earth while you're here. There's so many different reasons why you might find yourself in that position. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. That is a part of the process. It might feel very wrong as you're in the midst of that experience, as you witness or feel the pain of being misguided on any level. But again, a catalyst for growth, an opportunity for you to have that deeper understanding. And be mindful of the fact that you very well may resonate with so many different beings on this path. But if you find yourself serving more appropriately in a different space, so be it. The stillness will allow you to see why that might be. This is of your own creation. This is of your own inner awareness and just what flows naturally through you to be able to flow, to allow for this awareness to be flowing, to come into contact with this self-awareness in regards to what you would like to create needs to also have a clear vessel, a vessel that is able to process clearly. This is where you must practice, right? You must be able to do things that are healthy for you. We can't curb that part. That part is essential. You have to be hydrated. You have to tend to your subtle body. You have to understand the mechanics of your vessel, of your physical vessel. You have to understand the interconnectedness of your physical vessel to your emotional, energetic body, to your spirit, things of this nature. Right? And that doesn't have to look any particular way. It can naturally arise as you hear my words and as you inquire, allow life to show you. Allow your breath to lead you in a sense. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to make today's link in the description, single link of, exploration link, we'll call it, to some breathing pattern that you can actually practice and implement on a daily basis so that you can be sure that you're attuning to a breathing pattern that is harmonious and that will shift you into a space of wellness indefinitely. On a biological level, it is in alignment with your wellness, we can say. So if your motivation is, on some level to avoid doing that hard work and to attune and align to that which is not going to allow for the energy to flow through your clear vessel, to that which is attuned to an excuse or to a reason why you should be unhealthy, then you very well may be seeking these perspectives from beings who are also doing the same thing. And what you should question is that what you truly want for yourself, or do you actually want to make a change in your life? Not everybody does. And that very well might be you. Maybe you don't want to make that change. Maybe only a very small part of you wants to make that change. Why is that? Why is that part of you that wants to make that change so small and yet is still observing this video? Why is that? Because I'm all about growth. I'm all about attuning and aligning to our wellness. We all deserve to have a sound mind. To live in pain and agony, to live in this cyclical way of destruction can only serve you for so long before it becomes a detriment to you and to humanity. And this also goes back to actually having that choice, to being able to make that choice. Sometimes we truly are not attuned enough or aligned enough to even be able to perceive that you have a choice that you can make. Why is that? So take some time and take notice to what is fostering this sense of trust within you as you find people that you resonate with. Are these reasons truly considerate of you on that deep level that you care most for, that you wish to preserve truly? I gotta move my spine. But I'm all about truly feeling a deep sense of trust when I am opening up. And you have to trust yourself. You have to trust your own intuition and trust your own innate ability to know what is right and wrong for you, first and foremost, or else you're likely never going to trust nobody. You're going to be in this like really defensive state of being. And I know what that is. You know, I still have that side of me that's like, you know, I don't trust anybody. Like, nobody deserves my trust. It is rare, right? And I still, you know, on a certain level, I stand by that, because it is necessary to be cautious, to move cautiously, to be careful. But always be able to check yourself and understand the nature of why you are feeling the way that you do. And even understanding the nature of why others feel the way that they do once you have established that trust, and once you find that you are wanting to invest your energy into the beings that you feel are worthy of your time and your energy and your love and your life. Know that you can be lighthearted. It's not that serious, and it is at the same time. It just depends on, you know, the vibe. Right now I'm feeling like a blend of both. It's actually feels kind of bizarre. I don't like to be too serious, but at the same time I am pretty consistently in that energy. So it's okay to be both. It's okay to still be lighthearted and have these deep feelings, to feel deeply, to care deeply about things. In a world where there are many beings who perhaps don't resonate with the level of care that you are operating in. You don't got to worry about that. You can allow that to actually uplift you in that endeavor of caring even more so. So I appreciate you guys for watching. I guess this is a short one. It's not even that short. I feel like I've been talking for 5 minutes. But anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching, and have a beautiful everything.